Hello everyone, welcome back to the Unknown Assembly with part 21. We're actually going to go to the very oh god. Actually no we're not. In between recordings, there's actually no, not that way. There I actually I figured out the Geth data is actually for a side quest involving Tally. So we need to go down the quickest elevator in the universe. Again. You know, I should possibly talk to the crew, see if there's any additional things. You can't see me. I blend in with the shadows. You thought the shadows were your ally. Oh. They weren't. Okay, let's see if there is anything else. Hey, Garrus, what's up?
Commander, good to see you.
Personal question.
You've been with CSEC a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
Like what?
I'll bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating?
Yeah.
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts. Organs, mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market, but they're not as bad as the cycles. I remember this one L-Corps diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs.
Jesus.
In a bit of a panic. But this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
Yeah, goodbye.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist.
I thought I turned off
So I
notifications.
went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
Krogan
You're
test.
kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set. Somebody's making a killing out there.
What did you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation, to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
Okay, Garrus, you broke the law, didn't you?
You mean threatened? Was that really necessary?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it paid off. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up, and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes, walking, living test tubes.
Lovely.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Don't tell me that.
What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. We just used them to make more organs. They wouldn't listen.
Idiots. I see. Yeah, if the ship went down, it might have hit more civilians than the hostages, so...
Well, it's not worth the risk. You pursue the vessel and disable it. That's the best choice.
They sent the military after him, but he got away just the same. Yes, they did. I went to Palin and told him what I thought of him and his policies. He said if I didn't like it, I could quit. Well, I almost did.
Well, you have
All
now.
they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
Yes.
If you don't care about the fate of those hostages, then you're no better than he is.
Yeah.
You're just a terrorist with a badge.
Yeah, maybe you're right. It doesn't make it any easier, but I see your point. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salion?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
Don't worry, Garrus, I'll do
check
it.
out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find it.
Of course. Alright, hello, Ashley.
Oh, before I go, you said you're serving with Commander Shepard now? We saw him on the news here. He's cute.
Don't get your hope up. You're not gonna be my sister-in-law.
Tell me you didn't hear that.
Afraid I did.
Oh, shoot me now.
Alright.
One
No.
of my sisters.
Nah, I'm good.
That's Sarah, the youngest. Surprised to see you here, sir. Thought you'd be chatting up, what's her name? Tassoni?
Liara.
Liara. Why would you think that?
Scuttlebutt says you got a bit of a thing for her.
Hmm.
I could understand
course.
why. The crew's off limits with the regs against fraternization. And at least she looks like a woman.
Oh, Jesus Christ. See, this is why people call you a racist, Ashley.
You think I'm interested in Liara because she's the only one I'm allowed to date?
So you are interested in her.
Yes.
Of course, it could be politics. Alien diplomat's daughter, us under orders to make nice with the bug-eyed monsters. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on Family Mail.
Yeah, maybe
Your
I
family
did.
seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah, took any crap posting he could get that offered space time. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized, but he never made it above serviceman 3rd class. He was real proud when I met Chief. First thing he did was salute.
What about your mother? You haven't mentioned her.
You must know what military wives are like.
No.
Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while Dad's away on a 6-month cruise. She has a degree in planetary geology. She and Dad both wanted to see new worlds. She gave up her career to raise us, though.
You have more than one sister? Sounds like a big family.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school.
Jeez, that's...
With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
Alright
Where
then.
did you grow up?
All over. We transferred a half a dozen times before I finished grade school. You go where personnel command sends you, right? I guess that's why I'm so tight with my sisters. We'd have to leave all our friends every 2 or 3 years.
Yes, charming. I'm more interested in Liara than you.
After helping raise them, your sisters still talk to you? Amazing.
Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she
Oh,
did,
God.
Mike. I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. Sarah's graduating high school this year. This was only a couple of years back. They were on Amaterasu. At the time, I was assigned to Chernobog. Same cluster, but a dozen LY away.
Is that supposed to be like
Close
Channabog?
enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
If he really liked her, he wouldn't be pushy.
Yeah, of course. If he didn't ask at all, I'd wonder if he thought Sarah was ugly. Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yep.
Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was past time they did the deed.
Oh, lovely.
She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
Why didn't you tell the police?
She said it wouldn't solve the real problem, and she and Mike would both become household names. It was a small colony.
Alright.
I said it was her call to make, that we should let her do it her way. Mom was pretty pissed about that.
You said all of your sisters learned self-defense?
Lynn did pistol practice, but didn't like it. She's kind of nervous. Sarah took Aikido. Abby decided to learn the sword. She always was a little weird.
Yeah.
Likes big skirts and tops you have to tie her into. They do great things to her figure, though.
Alright then.
So, what did you learn?
One of Dad's friends taught me Marine hand to hand.
Alright then.
You traveled all the way home to walk your sister to school.
It was only a dozen light years, like a day's cruise. It's not like it was going to Earth or something. My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her. I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
Lovely.
That's unbelievable. Sarah must be as good as you.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before we
Kind
took
of
him to
true.
the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was gonna end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying. And she hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
Alright then.
Where was your father during this? Wasn't your family stationed near him?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone.
Why did you just quote something? Oh, she's doing more.
Roaming with a hungry heart. Much have I seen and known. Cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
I didn't know you liked classical literature.
Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Yeah?
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home.
Oh.
Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though.
Yeah.
So behave.
You
I
mean
will.
From wherever we go after death.
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Why would I?
You know that old saw, there's never an atheist in a foxhole? I've been in a lot of foxholes.
Yeah, I guess you have. I've met a few people who were really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez.
Yeah. I don't understand why that can't happen.
Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something? I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
And
What's
before
your
anything
opinion on
else.
the last mission?
Not sure I
Ah,
bumped
okay,
into
okay.
some story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
Not everyone's as close to their family as you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. It's funny, I never really thought about that before.
Well, you
Too
should.
bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years.
We'll talk later.
Looking forward to it.
Alright, that's good. Let's see what Rex has
What
to
do you
do.
want, Shepard?
I want to know more about
Why
you,
did you
buddy.
become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What happened?
I was betrayed. I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight. Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up, to stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation.
Yeah, preserve the
For a
species.
while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
Goodbye.
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes. A meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from, and where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
It sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Your father.
Jared was your father?
He was, until that day. We talked, but we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
I have to say, that is a pretty good reason why.
You must have family other than your father. Don't you miss them?
You trying to make me cry, Shepard?
What if I am?
I've got some unfinished business with my family, but that's all.
What kind of business?
Before I left, I made an oath to my father's father. I swore to recover my family's battle armor. It was taken from him after the uprising.
Who has it?
Originally, it was taken by the Turian military. We weren't allowed armor or weapons after the war. Now, it's in the hands of Taun Actus, a Turian scum who collects relics from the war. He's made millions selling Krogan artifacts that were stolen from my people. He's got several bases where he stores his goods, all fortified and guarded. I just don't know which base has my family's armor.
Don't worry, Rex. I'll look
Tell me
for
where to
it.
start looking.
I'll upload the data to your nav system. But Commander, I want to be there when you find him.
Of course.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Alright, so this is gonna be one episode about itself. Getting to know the crew, part 2. Hey, Tally, I got something for you.
Shepard, I need to talk to you. It's important.
Of course!
Is something wrong?
You know the data you took from those Geth control nodes? The information you uploaded to Alliance Control? I want a copy of it.
Alright.
You want to bring this data back to the migrant fleet?
Those files have information that could be vital to our efforts to understand the Geth. It could be the key to helping us reclaim our homeworld.
If I give you this data, your pilgrimage is over. You'll go back to your own people.
Not right away. I'll stay with you as long as it takes to stop Seren.
Good.
But my people need this.
You think you can use this information to destroy your enemy?
Not right away. We will need to study it. It could take years, but it will give us new insight into how the Geth have changed and evolved over the past centuries.
Alright.
Go ahead. Make a copy.
My people, I owe you a great debt. One I can never repay.
You're damn right.
The only thing I can offer in return is what you already have. My solemn promise to stay with you until Seren and his Geth armies are defeated.
I never wanted anything more.
Thank you, Shepard.
Alright, is that anything? Everything?
Oh,
Let's just say.
hello, Shepard.
You sound down.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me.
Good.
Especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place.
Why?
The Normandy runs so smooth, it feels like we're not even moving. And the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
The silence wakes you up?
Back on the flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence. It means an engine's died or an air filter shut down.
Yeah.
I guess you don't have to worry about that here. But old habits die hard.
Yeah.
But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
Yeah, and you're
Sometimes
homesick.
we don't appreciate what we have until it's gone.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about. It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them, but maybe they just wanted a different life.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity.
I already do
No
this.
ship wants to accept someone who will-
Yeah.
We
I already
set
did.
up- This is presented as a gift. Like what?
Ah, dang it, I missed. God, I'm
I
sorry,
see.
everybody.
See you later.
See ya. And now all we just have to do is talk to Liara and Caden, and we've talked to everyone. Gotta hate these elevators. Oh, what am I doing? This way. Hey, Caden, what's up, buddy?
Anything you need, Commander?
Yes.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Well, they know about the stonewalling you've had from the Council.
Yeah, indeed.
They deserve to know what we're up against.
They're on your side. They're pissed about the resistance we're getting, especially from our side. I'll have a better handle on all of it when my head stops hurting. Other L2 flare up.
Anything I can do?
No, Commander, it'll settle down. It's rough sometimes, but they spike higher than a lot of L3s. Except for you, of course.
Me?
Besides, I fared a lot better than some after Kinetics was through.
I haven't heard anything about kinetics in a while.
Mine health. I didn't know I had
He
biotics.
disappeared. Broke up into a bunch of little corps after they botched the training on Jump Zero. After first contact, Kinetics was set up to track Element Zero exposures and develop implants for humans. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Kinetics could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
Is there some reason we couldn't learn it on our own?
They didn't know where to start. Hell, it took a couple of years to even link biotics and Ezo. Forget trying to get the kids to move stuff. They had trouble just helping them not break their own limbs. And their choice of teachers didn't help much.
Like who?
The only experts would have to be aliens.
Dead on. Turians, actually. That's why Canadics kept it a secret. They were afraid of what people back home would think, asking the Turians for help when we just fought a war with them.
The Asari would have been more acceptable than
Yeah.
the Turians.
Yes, but the company didn't go through the Citadel. It would have made Earth look weak, so they discreetly hired some Turian mercenaries.
Jeez.
I'm sure Canadics did what they thought was best.
Oh, okay. I didn't mean
It
to.
wasn't best for us.
Yeah.
They brought in an ex-military Turian named Commander Vernus. A real hard-ass. He basically had a free pass to break us if it would turn out a decent biotic. Kind of spiraled from there, Commander.
Did he ever face charges for that?
Yeah.
He got his, yeah.
Oh,
like
jeez.
everything else at Jump Zero was under the table. The less said, the better.
Don't worry, kid. You can trust me.
This is ancient stuff. I walked it off a long time ago. I should get back to my duties, Commander. We're here to make history, not rehash it.
Don't. Come on,
Just
kid.
trying to get
You
a
can
sense
trust
of where the
me.
crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now.
All
We'll talk
right.
another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
I will get the truth out of you, Caden. I want you to know that. Dr. Chakwas. Liara.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Yes, I do.
Maybe we could pick up where we left off. You were telling me about your interest in the Protheans.
Actually, I think I was talking about my interest in you, and making a fool of myself in the process. As I said, I am not used to dealing with people, especially humans. I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
Well, we are short-lived, after all.
We don't have the luxury of time. An Asari can live for 1,000 years. We're lucky if we hit 150.
That is true. At first I thought that was a weakness of your species. After spending time with you and your crew, however, I think it may actually be an advantage.
Well, thank you.
You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
Yeah,
You can't argue with results.
No, but there are consequences.
there is.
Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as a bully. You run over anyone who gets in your way. It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
I'm trying.
I'm doing the best I can, Liara.
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something special in you. The best of what humanity has to offer.
You're damn
I
right.
looked into your history. I know what happened on Akuz. The fact that you survived shows a remarkable strength.
You didn't need to go behind my back. I would have told you whatever you wanted to know.
I apologize, Commander. After our last conversation, I was afraid I would say something stupid again. I wanted to know more about you. To understand what made you into the man you are.
Many things.
There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
Are you sure you're interested in me? Or is it my visions of the Protheans?
I admit, your connection to the Protheans had something to do with my initial interest, but it has grown beyond that. You intrigue me, Shepard, but I was not sure if it was appropriate to act on my feelings. I thought there might already be a relationship between you and Chief Williams.
You're an alien. No, it's not serious.
Williams and I are just friends, nothing more.
My mistake, then. I am not as adept at understanding human relationships as I thought. But what about us, Shepard? Is there a mutual attraction, or was I wrong about that too?
You were wrong. No, I am attracted to you, Liara. I, Isaac Shepard, love you, Liara Tassoni.
No, you were right. There is something between us.
I knew it, and I knew you felt it too. But does this not seem rather strange? Why do I feel so close to you?
I don't know.
We have only known each other a short time. We are from two different species. We have almost nothing in common. This makes no sense.
Sometimes it doesn't have
These
to.
things never make sense. They just happen, and we get swept up in the storm.
You make it sound so chaotic, so dangerous.
Don't worry.
I'll keep you safe.
I am not looking for a protector.
Oh, God.
This is all a bit overwhelming. I am not used to this. you. I need some time.
Of course.
Take all the time you need, Liara. I'll be here.
Thank you, Shepard. Let's just talk about something else for now.
Okay,
I should
goodbye.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Alright, let's go talk to Joker, and then I think we'll be everything. I don't think Joker has any addition. Get to work, for Christ's sake, you two. I don't think Joker will have any additional dialogue for me. Maybe he will. I don't know. Come on. Yo, Joker, what's up, my buddy?
Commander, something you need?
No,
I have to
I'm
go.
good.
Alright, see you.
Alright, so I'll end this video here. If you enjoyed it, please click the like button and comment down below. Share the video if you want. I really appreciate that. And subscribe. I really appreciate that. Give me a trial run. That's all I can ask. And until next time, this is the Unknown Assembly, signing off.